Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Centel NBA Live, coming back at you guys with, in my opinion, the 5th generation of gaming is the best. Let's go to the main 3 consoles that everybody knew pretty much about. You had Sony's PlayStation, the N64, better known as the Ultra Nintendo 64, and you had my favorite, the Sega Saturn. Moving from 2D games to 3D games was a big jump, but playing 2D games such as Earthworm Jim on the Sega Genesis as a young kid, I pretty much speak for everybody and all gamers when I said, when we see the background, we wanted to go into that third dimension. Don't get me wrong, the 2D games was amazing, they looked amazing, but we all wanted to go into the third dimension as gamers. And in this video, I've been revisiting some games in the 5th generation that I thought might need to be highlighted. Now we can all argue some games is better in 2D, some games is better in 3D. In my opinion, games like Link's Awakening for the Game Boy, they belong in 2D. And games such as Sonic the Hedgehog, those are best 2D games in my opinion. Now don't get me wrong, the remakes to Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Switch is also a great choice, and Sonic Generations and some of the favorite Dreamcast games, my favorite, Sonic Adventures, is also a great 3D game. But when we moved into the third dimension, we got great games such as Panzer Dragoon, which was released in the late '98 for the Sega Saturn. Now this game was a real shooter, a 3D. Man, when I see games like this, it actually reminds me of computer graphic games back and playing the 2D games. And this game was amazing, and I'm actually using my 3D controller pad. Just take a listen at the game Panzer Dragoon on the Sega Saturn. And even though the Nintendo 64 didn't do long FMV scenes such as the Saturn and the PlayStation, they had great 3D games like Earthworm Jim 3D. You know, back in the days we used to play these type of games, we used to look at the camera angle and see all the views that we can view. Just take a listen. I don't know what you guys was thinking, but me and my sister were thinking graphics cannot get any better in games such as Mortal Kombat 4 for the Nintendo 64, which was released in the '98, the same year Panzer Dragoon was released. But in the 3D glory, man, combos, you would get a new third dimension, and they would also add weapon systems. Actually, you can dodge fireballs, do killer combos, and with a series of his own weapons, it would knock off a lot of energy. Characters in the third dimension, glory fatalities, amazing body parts, headed straight for the stream. This is truly a treat for all 3D players. Immersed 3D world. And even the blood is in 3D. Check it out.
Fatality.
Let's face it, the late '90s and early 2000s was the golden age of 3D games, and 989 Sports Studio dropping hits like NFL Quarterback Club 99. This dropped in late 1998 for the N64. Just take a look.
He drops back to pass. He drops it. 3rd and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line.
Now released 2 years later, in March 14th of 2000, 989 Studios dropped another hit, this time for the PlayStation. This is called Siphon Filter 2. Take a listen.
Sir, Lieutenant Chance is this way. Follow me.
Now guys, all of this is in the same year. See what we had to choose from? Oh, don't let me forget Sega Saturn, my favorite console of all time. They dropped a banger. The Sonic team produced a game called Burning Rangers. This is an elite group of firefighters doing another 3D missions. Graphics, in my opinion, is sick. And the bad thing about this game is, the sad part is, it's pretty expensive. You can get a Japanese version, which this version is not that expensive. It goes to about 40 to 50 bucks, but a North American version, forget about it. 500 to 700 bucks. Just check it out.
次のレクチャーに進もう。私たちにとって命綱であるクリスタルの説明をするわ。エネルギーであるクリスタルを取ることで、私たちは炎に触れても大丈夫なシールドを持つことができるの。さあ、部屋中の
So guys, what do you think about the 5th generation of gaming consoles? What are you playing? The PlayStation? The Nintendo 64? Or the Sega Saturn? Alright, you decide guys. Leave your comments in down below and I'll get with you later. Doggy dog.
しっかり見ておけよ。任せろ。